Welcome to the Seeds of Discovery podcast, a space for exploring energy, intuition, and the deeper layers within. We're your hosts, Aileen Riley, Beth Blair, and Amanda McCaskill. Together, we guide conversations around Reiki, spirituality, astrology, and the subtle patterns that shape our lives, not as something to fix, but as something to witness, understand, and work in relationship with. This is a space for exploring your inner world, for noticing your patterns, your energy, and your natural rhythms so you can move through life with more awareness, intention, and alignment as you navigate the transitional pathways unfolding within you.
For goodness sakes. We have been covering a lot, Elaine, in the last... Okay, Amber. Yes.
Amber agrees.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of work today.
Yeah, and so, spoiler alert, we do several episodes in one sitting when we record, right?
Yeah.
So in talking about the year of the fire horse, ending the wood snake, we want to give you some practices.
Yes. Okay.
So let's talk practical things. First of all, is ground your vision. So translate your inspirations into small, trackable actions, not just ground your mind, body, and spirit, even in the chaos of things, right? So how can you find your center, ground your vision, ground your ideas? So what are things that you do to ground?
Physical things. I know that sounds so stupid. Not stupid, but mundane. But I live in my head. We know this.
What?
I am a visual person.
I'm shocked
I
by
know.
that. I'm so shocked.
I like to meditate. I like to do things in the ethereal realm.
Yeah.
So literally just bringing it down, writing, typing.
Yeah.
Some connection to food.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anything that gets me into something physical.
Yeah.
Is how I ground.
So as we're transitioning out of winter into spring, this is still a good time to have those root vegetables, earthy things, to help you ground. Chocolate is, okay. So like I said, hey, put that away. But we had chocolate between episodes.
Yeah, because it helps us ground.
Well, it does help you ground, and what's his name? Professor, Harry Potter.
Dumbledore.
No, not Dumbledore. The guy, the werewolf. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know who I mean. On the train says eat the chocolate after the Dementors because it helps you ground. Yeah. So see, Harry Potter says so. It's true. The other thing is you said writing, journaling, somatic practices are also so like journaling, but then take what you put in your journal and then shift your posture. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your seat in your seat. Allow your spine to get long because by doing that, just writing it is getting it out. But then how are you bringing it back in if it's something that you want to put into action, right?
I like that.
And then watch your mouth. What you speak becomes reality. What you speak lands in your body. Like phrases like, this is a pain in the fill in the blank, back, neck.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about it like that.
Or this is killing me.
Yes, that one's a big one.
This is killing me. No, it's not. You're still here. However, that language your body lands at. So when you experience something that excites you, empowers you, motivates you, what words are you saying around that? And then, of course, we would be nowhere without our allies.
Yes. Yeah.
So who are our friends? For grounding and for the year of the fire horse, for that matter.
Oh, yeah. So grounding, my go-tos are moss agate. Yes. Connecting to the earth energy, the roots. Hematite is a good one, especially if you live a lot in the mental realm. Hematite brings it right back down. So one that I've been working with a lot, and I might be biased, but garnet is like that fire, but grounded fire. So we're headed into the year of the fire horse.
Yeah. Well, okay. So now I got to give Jackie a shout out, right?
Yeah.
The mala. What's her?
Wild rose mala.
Wild rose mala. So I have this beautiful garnet and peridot, and there are copper beads on it and a piece of citrine, natural citrine on the end that I got myself for my birthday. But it's the garnet. It's the garnet that really caught my eye with the peridot because I never would have put those together necessarily, but I love it. And it is very grounding. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much my favorite right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I stumbled across some things for the year, the fire horse, which I'm not going to show on camera, but just now I've got some things in the works.
I'm very excited.
Because I don't want people to push me to completion. Like, that is the other thing that I've had to slow my pace on from the episode where we were talking about what are we changing, slowing my pace on what am I making and why am I making it versus producing for the masses.
Yep.
I don't produce for the masses anymore. Yep. Sorry, I don't.
I love it.
But I have some crystals, beads that I bought for the year of the fire horse. Now, I did share a picture of those cute little clear quartz with the gold horses on them, which I love them. But I have some fire agate, some Tibetan fire agate, some wild horse jasper.
I love that. I've never seen that, and I think it's beautiful.
And Elaine is looking at it right now because it's on the table. So one thing that I did, now I will say this is
I was going to ask.
I made myself a pair of earrings with the wild horse jasper, and it's so that they're closest to what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking. It's in my headspace. So what are you wearing to ground yourself? So they do have a little bit of fire on here, but they're also very grounding the thought and taking those thoughts into action. Like that's the other part of this, where a lot of times we were talking about grounding practice, it would be for the sake of grounding. Okay, this is grounding for the sake of action, moving in the right direction, following your thought and being clear. Clarity is something that you need. So rutilated quartz was another one that just came up. And I have the rutilated quartz with that titanium, so it has a little bit of and then phantom quartz.
Okay.
Why phantom quartz? So why would I go there? I'm asking. Why would I go there?
So phantom quartz to me is like the idea within the bigger picture. So you have your idea. How are you bringing it into the bigger picture, the reality? Because it's like a seed,
right?
Because you have the phantom inside.
Yep.
So you have like a glimpse of it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's that seed within like the bubble. How are you bringing that seed out?
Now here's an interesting combination that I was like, really, this is what I'm putting together? But the smoky quartz with the sunstone.
Yeah, that is an interesting one.
Because it's the shadow and the light. And I think that as we're stepping out of the year of the wood snake shedding, right? You do your shadow work there. And just because we've done the shedding doesn't mean the shadow work is gone.
Right. Yes.
Like, you're not free of the shadow. So that pairing it with a fiery stone like sunstone.
I like that. But that's still the grounded fire, like the grounded energy. Grounded.
Yeah.
Sunstone is fire.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And then I almost feel like paying attention to I feel like integration needs to come in early in this process, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you have a long study period before you're going to be moving things into action.
Yeah.
So it's not quick decision, but it's grounded decision.
I'm seeing like the anchor point. You need to be anchored so that you can switch direction without falling off.
Right. So again, it really comes down to paying attention, listening to your gut. And from Tai Chi perspective, you have the 3 dantians. You have the belly center, you have the heart center, and you have the head center. And in order for these two, the head and the heart, to work properly, they have to be rooted into that belly center. So that gut instinct that you mentioned is going to be key. And also bringing that groundedness up into that compassionate center of the heart. Like we're talking Neptune moving into gate 25 in human design for a long time. That's into the heart center. That's a passion place, but it's unconditional love. How do you ground into unconditional love in a world that has a lot of conditions?
It's by grounding into yourself.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing that you can rely on.
Right.
Or that you should rely on.
Yep.
It's the only constant is yourself.
Right.
And what you know, because you don't know everybody else. You don't know what you don't know, but you know yourself. If you truly put the practices in to get in tune with your own energy and with your own body, like your own physical body and what it's trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Then that's how you ground.
And then the other aspect, I would say, get some feedback, but also feedback with boundaries, meaning don't tell me how to do it, but hey, this is what's showing up for me. And I just need to say this out loud. So have a trusted, listener.
Yeah.
And don't let it turn into a kvetch session, if you know the word kvetch. Okay. You don't know the word?
No.
Okay. It's Yiddish. It's Yiddish. It's kind of a bitch session. Don't let it be a bitch session or a hen session or but allow it to be useful to get the feedback that you need. Right.
And have discernment.
Right. Discernment.
Because just because somebody else says something, or you go to get a reading, or you go to get an energy session and somebody says something, it's not the word of God. It's not,
right.
The end point. You have to know what your energy is.
And even if you think it is the word of God.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Even if you think, you still got to pause and go, wait a minute, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that true? Capital T for me. It might be true in this context with this person, but it may not be true outside of that. So if Amber will give me just 1 minute, I will read a closing blessing. Yes, Lily groaned. Okay, so we're going to see if we can make this work. May the fire within you be clean, not consuming. May your movement be true, not rushed. May your choices arise from coherence, not pressure. I'm going to say that one again. May your choices arise from coherence, not pressure. May you recognize the path that already gives you life, that already gives you life.
Thank you for being here with us. Take a moment to notice what resonated, what shifted, what opened, and what might be asking for your attention. This work isn't about having all the answers. It's about learning to witness yourself with curiosity, compassion, and presence as you move through your own transitional pathways. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and keep discovering.